continue our look at some miscellaneous tips. Here's one. Say you've got stereo speakers hooked up to your Mac, but they're wrong. Left is on the left side and right is on the right side, and you don't want to rewire them or whatever. So let's go to an app called Audio MIDI Setup. Just search for it and you'll find it. And in Audio MIDI Setup you can select your speaker set. So here's the built-in line output. And what I can do there is I can click Configure Speakers and I can actually switch left to 2 and right to 1, and it will switch which speaker is left and which speaker is right. So let's look again at window resizing. This works in any application that has Windows. So I'm just going to use the Finder as an example, but you could be using Safari, whatever. You can click on any side, top, bottom, left, right, and drag it out to resize. You can do the corner, and obviously it drags the corner, so like the top and the right at the same time. If I hold the Shift key down, it does some weird things. So what happens here is you notice the top, bottom, and right move. And the left, bottom, and right move. And here the top and the sides move, but not the bottom. So Shift is kind of like hold the opposite thing steady and move everything else. Option will actually move the left and the right, or the top and the bottom. So it says move the opposite thing the same as me. Now with the corners you can do the same thing. So Option will basically move everything because it's moving both corners. So you have some a lot of versatility in here in what you can do by moving the edges with the Shift and the Option key. Also things kind of click into place now. So when I hit the sides it clicks into place. When I have another window and I put it right here and I can line it up, there's a little bit of hesitation there. It clicks into place, making it easy to line up windows with each other. So here's a tip that allows you to view things on the screen with great precision. I showed you a magnifying glass in preview before, but you can actually magnify your whole screen. So here I am in an image editing app, and you can draw and say I want to see things at very fine detail. Obviously image editing apps are going to allow you to zoom in, but let's say maybe you're using an app that didn't have this functionality. So how would you handle it? Well, there's a built-in function here that allows you to do it. All you need to do is go to System Preferences, and then you want to go to Accessibility, and part of accessibility in here is Zoom. And what you can do is you can turn on Zoom, and there's a ton of different options. So I can use a keyboard shortcut to zoom. So toggling zoom on and off is Option Command 8. And I get this little window here which zooms things in a little bit. And you can see it says zoom in is Option Command, and the plus will zoom in more. So I can kind of zoom in with finer detail. And this allows me to precisely place the cursor where I want. There's an option for smoothing images or having them hard. So that was this keyboard command there. And there's a bunch of different options there. Play around with it. There's also different styles. Picture in picture, full screen zoom, which will zoom in the entire screen in instead of just a little window. So this is great if you are having trouble seeing small things on the screen, especially if you need to work with them, not just read them. Now on a Mac you don't need to type. You can dictate. It's built into the system, so it works in just about any app. Go into System Preferences, and you want to go into Keyboard and then Dictation, and you definitely want to use Enhanced Dictation, and of course turn it on. Note your keyboard shortcut key. The default is pressing the FN key twice, and then it's pretty simple. Just press the FN key twice and say what you want. The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. Period. And you can see it's not always perfect. Capitalize the for some reason here, but it works well with typing at the same time as you're dictating. So it's a really cool thing to have. Now you also have the ability to have your Mac talk to you. So you want to go to System Preferences, and if you go to Accessibility and then go to Speech under Accessibility, and you get to choose a voice and a speaking rate and all sorts of things. You can set a key that will trigger it, but you can also just select text here and control click on it and say speech and start speaking.
Quick, brown fox jumps over the lazy dog.
So speech is really handy, especially if you've got an article that you want to read and maybe just want to rest your eyes for a minute. Speaking's not perfect, but you know, you get used to it pretty quick. I've listened to articles from time to time this way. It's great to be able to focus your eyes on maybe doing something else but still take in the text. So that's my last tip for the course. Hope you enjoyed all of these tips and got something from them.